What's up, guys? We're here. We made it.
Hello.
A little late. Had to move some stuff around. But how's everybody been? We'll see if everything's going here. Let's see.
Got 4 on, I see.
Donald. He said love the geese. So Gunner, what's up? So my plan is to try to like cover as much of the front as I can on the Camaro tonight. So I'm hoping the camera don't jump around and fall and do all that stuff.
It was acting silly last week.
And hopefully it don't cut off on us. So let me see what we have right now. We left off with the rockers and we did the mid rocker braces. So I'm gonna get those up there and kind of level them a little bit. Not gonna worry too much about getting them exactly where they need to be right now, but I'm gonna level them up and we'll start putting the hinge pillars and I guess it would be floor to firewall brace in, and the upper cowl. We'll try to get that on here and get it measured out. So I'm gonna hand Aaron the camera and we'll go ahead and jump in on this. So I think I've got everything covered. Let me switch it around here for her if I can. It's not wanting to. There we go. I couldn't get it to rotate, so she's gonna get that. I'm going to put my phone up and find my drink.
Sweet tea.
Sweet tea. I need to drink some water today, but my water was froze. The refrigerator I have a bunch of apples. We did the Bread of Life. Me and Aaron run the food ministry at our church on the 3rd Saturday of every month, and we give out food to the community, and whatever's left we send to another church, and they give out, and we take some stuff to the house. We had a whole box of apples because I've got on the apple kick where I eat apples. I guess an apple a day to keep the doctor away. So I got a whole box of apples in there, and maybe when I took the shells out and stuck them in, I bumped it up, but everything that's in there in the refrigerator has frozen. So even my sweet tea froze. I had to go get a whole nother gallon from Dollar General through the Hobo Trail. Get my safety glasses on, put my phone up, and there was something I was going to say, but I can't remember exactly what it was. I don't know, maybe it'll come to me. So let me want to grab some of the parts for the front. This is kind of a fly by the seat of my pants. Fly by the seat of my pants night, kinda.
So hey, Donald Mann, Gunner, Rudy, Lake and Lodge, Wes Gallo, Alan McCarthy, Eric, Go-Go, Bill Matson. Welcome to the Tech Talk crew. I don't know if y'all have seen the shop. This is what we got going on this week. Looks a little different than last week.
It's a little different. We did sell the
Datsun.
It is sold. It is.
We should be leaving Thursday.
Either he said
Tomorrow,
he might see us tomorrow,
Huh.
but I told him it's fine here. It's paid for. It's here. Guy got a very nice car.
Ty, Albert, Ken, hello.
So that's one thing that's out of here that I don't have to worry about bumping or hitting. all this stuff out. But literally, guys, I tell you all the time that soon as we shut the shop down at 6 o'clock, it's a mad dash to type up the stuff for this, figure out what I'm doing, and all. I don't have time to do everything and get everything laid out.
Sideways, Uncle Wes, hey, hey.
Maybe after the Camaro deal, I'll talk a little more when I get back over there.
What's everybody doing for Memorial Day weekend coming up? We are going to Durham Town. It's 5,000 acres of trails in Georgia.
Yeah, that's something that I've been dealing with this week. Is we have a side-by-side that was Aaron's dad's, and we it wasn't running when we got there, and her mom said it was blown up or something, but it's not. I hooked a jumper to it, jump box, hit it, and it turned over, so I sprayed some ether in it. It fired, but it didn't crank long enough to figure out anything, and then the starter got stuck. So I think the coil got stuck. So I bought a new coil or a new solenoid, and I bought a new starter, and I bought a new battery. Batteries are ridiculous. The battery, it was just a little Honda battery, a little bit bigger than like lawnmower batteries, $252. But bought that and ended up going to put it together when the starter came in the other day, and it this is the other side. The starter was not the right one, or first the coil wasn't the right one, and then trying to see what needs painting. So then I was like, well, or the solenoid wasn't the right one. So I was like, I'll go ahead and put the starter in, and the starter wasn't the right one. So the joys of buying stuff off of Amazon, and it's such a hassle to return a $40 starter and a $10, $15 coil. So I guess I'm just kind of just eating that. I don't know yet. I haven't 100% committed to whatever I'm going to do yet. Maybe Erin knows. Maybe she's saying, no, we need to get our money back. But anyways, I was dealing with that.
We can try to get our money back, but it doesn't mean that you can't buy the right parts first.
Yeah, so I did get Erin to pick the starter up earlier because I left it at the house. And I've already found it. They didn't have the dimensions. I'm just gonna pray that it's the right one. And I'm going to order another one. And hopefully it's here at a decent time so I can get it together. Might end up working on it when we get down there, because it would be nice to have, because we don't have no toys. We don't have no side-by-sides, no dirt bikes. I used to. I love riding them, but just it's not on our priority list, so haven't gotten any.
Hey, Miss Pat, Charlie, Dennis Robinson, Bob, Steve, thank you for showing up, guys.
So, trying to get everything sprayed so we can start putting it together. That needs spraying. Maybe one day I'll teach the
Prepper?
The prep guy, what needs painting and what don't need painting, and when he preps it, he can go ahead and paint it. That way the chances of it rusting are slim too, but usually the car gets prepped near about a couple days or so before the car actually gets built. So it usually don't rust.
Juby also had to do a water pump on the Ram after doing the fan and the radiator.
My brother jinxed me on that one because I did the radiator and the fan on the Dodge that Aaron's mom gave me, total blessing. I ended up doing that, and I told my brother about it, having to take the whole front end apart. And he said, wait till you have to do a water pump. I said, oh yeah, I bet that's horrible. And he said, nah, it's actually easy. It's the easiest water pump there is. And sure enough, I headed to Milledgeville this past weekend, and a bird flew across in front of me, and I heard a little ping on the front of the truck, and I was like, rode for like 30 more minutes, and I was like, let me stop and just check the trailer and everything and see if the bird's hung on the front of the grill or something. And I got out and I looked, and no bird, but I seen some coolant dripping, and it wasn't coming from back where the overflow was, it was coming from the front. And I was like, great, water pump. So $80-something for the water pump and about $100 worth of coolant.
Brand new coolant that he just put in there?
Yeah, the new coolant that I just put in, I lost all that when I took the water pump off of most of it. And really, it was a simple job. You stick a breaker bar in there, loosen the tensioner, take the belt off the alternator, reach in there, it's two 10mm bolts, you undo them, water pump comes out, it's about this big, toss it to the side, put a new one in, 10mm back, hook the belt back on and let it off tension. Really, really simple. Had to take the air box out to get in there, but other than that, it was a really simple thing. And when I looked it up online on YouTube to see how it's done and the process, a lot of people had different theories, and a lot of them were like hard, like way more than what I did. I guess my hands are small and I could get in there. But they said that on those trucks with the Cummins, that the water pump usually goes out around 100,000 miles or before 100,000 miles. And it has 67,000 miles on it, and the water pump done went. Not complaining though, awesome truck, still love it, and it's great, definitely a blessing. I just know now to around 100,000 miles, go ahead and get me a water pump.
Hey Will, first gen, welcome.
Somebody asked about, because I noticed it, and I don't know if Neil is on here. I'm going to have to update
revision number 2,
because the thickness of the plate is not on there. But then again, it might be on the other draft. I don't know, the side view. I'm not sure, but it's a 1/2 inch. The plates are a 1/2 inch. I didn't really prepare a sermon for tonight. I don't ever really prepare a sermon. I don't think I ever have. One time.
Yeah, you did. This is really just turned into y'all hanging out while I talk, huh? No work. I'm just trying to find an angle where I'm not staring at your booty.
Yeah, don't get my crack in there. Don't forget my crack.
Hey, Atomic Dog.
I appreciate everybody that joins in and supports the channel. It's growing, which is a good thing. That means maybe more stuff can happen.
Yeah, we've got quite a few jig plans going out and about. I hope everybody's gotten their shipping tracking information. If not, message me. I want to say everybody received their tracking number. If they didn't, if you're one of them, let me know.
Yeah, so when I get this, I'll explain a little bit more because I'll be, I think, done prepping, hopefully. The welder will weld through this on the inside, but I still like to get it off of there to make the weld a little bit better. Y'all have to get on to my prep guy for causing me to prep for the first
17 minutes.
17 minutes. We talked a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yes. Nah. I'm the prep guy. I'm the prep guy on this one because this ain't paying. I mean, it'll pay out in the long run, but I can't pay nobody at the shop to be prepping. I don't know what to do with my paint. It's right here.
Quit looking. Quit looking, you found it?
Yeah, quit looking, I found it.
For those who care and those who don't, bird update. We hatched out more birds and 11 baby chicks left today.
I think Aaron's trying to turn this into a farm channel.
No, just a tiny update. My geese are growing.
I'm just playing. We can do farming. I like farming.
I love my birds. I haven't named any of my geese. We have 3 girls and a boy.
So, let's see. I'm going to throw the rockers up on here.
Your dad said you can put whatever thickness you want as long as it's substantial and the overall measurement is right.
Yes, you can. But sometimes it's hard for some people to understand, and I'd rather have it. I want it as simple as possible.
Yeah, put a number to it, makes it dummy proof. Not calling anybody a dummy, just a term.
So I'm basically just gonna hook that up there, that way I can get it where I need to go. I'm actually going to hammer this edge over some because it's kicked out, the over braking. do have a measurement. I say a measurement, but I'll have to go get it. It's not really a measurement. It's a measuring tool that I use. It's hard to gauge where the rocker is supposed to sit. So I'm gonna grab it and I'll show you guys it. I think on the jig plans, I think I might have measured this out and gave the measurements to make this.
I think so.
I'm not 100% sure. I'll double check, and if not, I will add this and I will send an update on this actual tool for you to be able to use on yours.
That's just the outer rocker with the mid, isn't it?
Yes, just outer rocker, mid rocker braces. I do not install the inner rocker until the very end of the build. I see people that put theirs up there and they put the inner rocker in and they welded it all together and they throw it up in there and they go to town, and I guess they somehow get their car built. But I like everything movable until I absolutely can't move it no more. The reason I leave it open is because the piece right here, the floor to firewall brace here, it gets welded in here. So it'll get a spot weld here, 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 down through here, eventually in the build process. But I like to leave my option where I can still move this. So if I was to go ahead and weld this piece and put my inner rocker in there, I wouldn't be able to get in there to weld that, or I would have to weld it before I put my inner rocker in and then assembled it all together and stuck it up in there. But you won't know where this piece actually gonna fall out, because there's a measurement of 12 inches in between the bolt hole here and this bolt hole. So when I get my hinge pillar on here and I get my door centered on my hinge pillar, I want to be able to move my rocker to line up with my door in reference to my door being centered on my hinge pillar. So I'll shift my door. Everybody's seen me do it. If you're new here, it'll be coming up soon. But how I locate the center on my door, and then I move my rocker to line up with my door, so I have plenty of forward and back adjustment on my door and I don't run out of space. And then this piece here might need to be drove back a little bit, but usually it falls pretty close. But if I have all that assembled, I can't move this and this with the hinge pillar. I can leave this hook to the hinge pillar dedicated where it needs to be and still move the rocker out here. So we grab a bungee strap, because I tell everybody that I try to do everything by myself and make it where I can work on it by myself. So I usually just get a bungee strap and I just strap this up in my pinhole. So I put it in my pinhole and then I rotate it, which I always do that. I always put my clamp right in the way. I'm going to undo it and move it back a little. It's not going to be a big deal. I'm going to have to go a little more. I can, if I needed, clamp it up here to keep it from moving. But I come back and I am a good finger width away. So that means I'm going to want to move my rocker back. This is just a general idea of where it should be. So we're let that hang, and I'm going to look at this. Looks like I can go back a little with the whole piece in general. Maybe I'm not. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna do it right here. So I kind of got an idea of where, and if I need, I could just slide it up, pull it back, and I'm gonna touch on that middle body line. So touched. Just gonna get that out the way. Try to pull a clamp on it. Double check. Re-clamp the front. And I'm gonna go do the same on the other side. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. You can leave this out and throw it in after. It'll slip in between it, which I'll show you on this side. I'll show you sticking this one up here without that.
Hey David, better late than never.
I do have a piece I'll run and get and show you guys that, which I could, depending on your jig, as to whether it's the same or not, but I'll grab them.
And just for the guys that were talking about the mid-rocker braces, I don't think you can find those anywhere. I know AMD doesn't supply them, Dynacorn doesn't have them, but if you are looking for a set of mid-rocker braces for a 7, 8, 9 Camaro, we do have those available. They are $120 plus shipping. Hey, Mr. Fireman. Everybody like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget.
I do not see them.
Oh, MIA.
I don't know if I took them off. I do have another set back there. But they're not the ones for this table.
Huh.
I'll show you guys and you can get an idea from it though. 'Cause I don't know where they are. But I have some of these, and the ones that go on this table have a piece of angle iron on them. I don't know where they're at. But this kind of helps with the one-handed, one-man process. I can take it, stick it in here, slide it over, and then I can set my rocker on it, and I don't have to worry about fighting in the back to figure out where it goes. So if I want to hold it, not really like this, usually I go ahead and put a clamp on it. And I would put it in the wrong spot. It's not going my way. So look like I need to go back finger width. So basically I'm just going to look at a spot on my thing here and go back what I think would be near about, and test my luck. I'm about a 1/4 inch still, so I know I went far that time. We'll see. Yeah.
1/4
Get my meat hammer.
No, no, no.
I don't know where my hammer went. Well, I'm like, oh, here.
Martha!
I am losing everything. No, this is Bertha.
Oh, okay.
Martha and Bertha here. If you don't put your clamp super tight, you could go to it back. And it's pretty close. It's there. It's on it. And it works. So, I'm going to go ahead and clamp it back here in the rear. And go ahead and push it up here in the front.
Gunner says there's a guy in Florida that makes mid-rocker braces, but ours are cheaper. I would venture to say that Juby's are also better.
I don't know. It's hard to say.
We should buy a set of his to see. To compare.
He might buy them from us and then resell them.
Ah. Hey, so, Gunner, if you got the link to that, send it to me. Now I'm interested.
So, that that's what that does. And the one that I have specifically for this jig, I don't know where they went. They're usually on here.
But what's the difference then?
This one's made for the other jig, and it could be a different slop or whatever as far as the length of this, because it was just scrap. So they're side specific, and I stick them in there, and if I need to move my rocker up, I can stick a shim in there and roll the top of the rocker up by stacking shims. But the two angle iron ones are near about perfect. They usually land out perfect, and I just adjust the front down, and it gets me at my 12 1/4, 12 1/2 rocker height. So I'm not going to fool with rocker height right now because it's not really a big deal. Because once we get it all mocked up, then we'll start adjusting everything and moving it. So you can stick these in with it together. Like I said, I would say it's hard. Let me undo my clamp. It's real close to the front. And I have stuck these in before when the cowl and everything was on, and like slipped them in from the inside. But I want to just go ahead and get it up here, get it close, move my front clamp back up here, and I'm gonna move this one because I don't need it right there. You can see the floor is kind of low, but that's how these floors are. At the end, near the end, when I start welding this, I'll stick the porta power in here and I will jack that up and get it nice and level as close as I can. I've had to trim them. I don't pay attention to that. At the end I do. I try to push it up as much as I can, and then I trim it. So sometimes I've had to trim this section to get this up, but we won't know that much about it until I get the front end back together a little bit better than what I had.
See, Uncle Wes says he's on call all weekend. Sideways is gonna go spend some time with family. Gunner's gonna be working on his car.
So that's what I was gonna get at earlier. This piece is, it's a little, this thing's bent, kind of curves up, but we're not gonna worry about it. I can still spot weld it. I'm hoping that once this build is done, that I can like try to do more builds that are closer to what you guys are doing at home. I'm hoping to be able to maybe go out and do some builds for people like I did Mr. Charlie's. This thing is just, it is not wanting to.
But first, Erin wants a beach trip.
Erin don't, she's not getting a beach trip. I'm just playing. It's kind of hard to get all this stuff worked up
by yourself?
By yourself, but I'm trying to see what I got. It feels like the end was bent, but it's really this. It's really the end of the
rocker
curving up.
Got a duck bill.
Yeah.
That's better.
That might be better. Let's see. Let's see what it does now. Yeah, that's a lot better. But now that I have a truck, I plan on getting maybe a smaller trailer, because we're gonna end up getting rid of the race hauler trailer, and I might try to get a smaller enclosed trailer that I can actually go out and I gotta go get some clamps. I'll leave it. Maybe it won't fall.
Stay.
But go out and do like I did with Mr. Charlie and help people build their car and actually do stuff like removing a hinge pillar and installing a hinge pillar without all this, because I know this really doesn't pertain to anybody else's build, because not a lot of people are building a full build. So this kind of really, this whole series is just going to be tips and tricks for each part and what we do to fit those parts, and also the little over braking. Basically just going to be a tutorial on what to do and what not to do. Like I said, sometimes that gets trimmed. You can see it's pretty high. I will take it down in the front a little. I don't know what that sounds like, somebody blowing the horn. I'm gonna get my tape measure, and I'm gonna try to get this pretty close.
Thank you for the blessings, Tony Martinez.
So it's right at 12 inches to the center of the hole, from the center of the hole here. It could go back a little, but I'm not gonna really fine tune all that just yet. Dead on 12. Sometimes you have to look at this hole. Sometimes this flange piece is bent up on some of the aftermarket parts like this, and it just does not work.
Albert wants me to show him the detail for the door pillar. I don't know what that means.
I don't know. You have to specify a little more.
Albert, dummy it down for me. What do you mean that you want to see the detail for the door pillar?
Maybe where it lays on the, I mean, I really just, usually I try to run it pretty close to the rocker. I get it pretty close to the rocker because, like I said, when I get the door hung, everything's gonna play off my front of my car till I get my hinge pillar in place. And once the hinge pillar's in place, then everything from the front towards the front pulls off of this, and everything from the back pulls off of this. So basically, this right here and getting my firewall and all set in here and everything locked into place, this is just getting this distance set. And once I get this at 12 inches, I'm not gonna wanna move my hinge pillar once all the cap and everything gets in there. I'm not wanting to move this. I'm wanting to move what's in the floor to adjust for it and then work towards the back. So
that's what he wanted. That's what he wanted.
So, and like I got it set up on the top of this, my piece. I've had to trim this sometimes, but it's in there. It's pretty close. I will probably roll this forward a little more, but once I get my cowl in here, it's gonna push and it'll lean this back, and then I'll know what my door needs to do. I'm gonna get the other side up on there. I'm gonna grab some more clamps, and I'll get the door up on there, and then I'll also get my pieces. I don't know how to tell anybody to make these. Other than I'll explain when I get back up there. I don't know know how to explain how to make this. This is not as simple as just drawing out some measurements, because it has some angles and it has some curved parts. The part in here is on an angle.
Yeah, it's not square.
And what this does is to locate my hinge pillar and my upper bolt on my cowl. So this is a bolt for the front fender, and then on my upper cowl is the bolt for the front fender. So you're going to want to locate them to where this is not 2 in or 2 out. So this is going to bolt there and bolt to the upper cowl here in a minute if we get that far, if I stop talking. There is something that get my paint. I had attempted to do one time before, and I actually raised some money, and then I ended up shouldn't have painted that, but then I ended up giving the money back because it kind of wasn't going like I wanted. So I've been praying on it again, and I'm going to continue to pray on it. But there is somebody that means a lot to me, and there is something that they really like, and I think they would really enjoy, and I think they are very, very deserving of it. And I usually don't ask for money or anything like that, but if any of you guys would be willing or feel led to donate to this cause, my PayPal, Venmo, Cash App is down below. But if you would, in the memo of what it is for, if it's just for the channel, then you know, whatever you want to do there. I don't need none for the channel. I'm pretty blessed as it is, and I wish I had the money myself to make this person's dreams come true. I don't, but I know through the power of prayer and through the power of God's people that this could be a possibility. So I'm asking if anybody feels led to donate.
If you want to know more about it, you can message us and we'll tell you privately a little bit more.
I don't want to say it on here.
Yeah.
So, and like I say, if you want to donate, just put in the comments that it's for whatever, the deserving person or
special project.
Special project. Just put in the on the memos or the comments, special project, and I will make sure that that money stays with that project. And it'll probably take a while because it's a pretty good bit of money. I think the last time I did it, I ended up like $8,000, which was about $8,000 shy of really being able to get this nice. So it's a pretty big thing, and it's something that I felt led today to put out there, and I would really love to help this person's dreams come true. Very deserving person. So if you feel led, please. If not, don't. And if it takes off, then it was meant to be. Then it was meant to be. If it don't, then we'll let it go at that, and I can either wait a while and send your money back, as long as I know where to send it, or
I'll keep a tally like I did last time.
Or I can put it towards the channel, whatever you would like to do. But right now, I don't need nothing for the channel. I just would really like to help this person, their dreams. If it was a Camaro dream, I could probably make that happen because I'm building one, and I wouldn't mind giving it for that purpose. But anyways.
So those are not things that come with the jig plans?
What?
The crooked braces.
I don't have no idea of how to how to make them other than taking your car and building them before you tear your car apart.
That's what Uncle Wes said he did.
So I would just basically, you'll see how these work, and once you see how they work, you can make you some before you cut your car apart, and you will have them so when you reinstall your cowl. That would be an awesome video if I had a car. When that time comes and I get through with this, and I believe that I'm good enough to go, I'm gonna go help people build their cars, and I'm not gonna ask for payment. I believe that God will provide, and
prayer is payment.
Yeah, and I just want to be able to go out and I want to witness to people, and I believe that me going out and helping people build their cars and do things with them and hanging out with them and getting to know them on a personal level would help
paradise,
and would also help me be able to witness to other people.
Fellowship and friendship.
So I ain't gonna want no payment on none of it. I went and did Mr. Charlie's car, didn't want no payment or nothing, and I got blessed beyond any payment, just being there with Go-Go, Uncle Wes, Gunner, Mr. Charlie, and his friends up there.
And the blessings continue because
Yeah.
we've got relationships with some of you guys that we would have never met you guys outside of this channel. So, you know, God puts certain people in your path, and it's fantastic, and that's so much higher and greater than a payment.
So when I get to doing that, I'll be able to do things like this. Somebody is trying to replace their upper cowl, I can go up there and we can video, and I can make that piece for them, and we can tear the upper cowl out, install a new cowl, put that piece in, and work these things.
Well, hello, Brian.
So I'm just gonna stick this up here, and I'm gonna put these bolts that go in this front hole are basically the same, or you might have your fender bolts, but these bolts are the same bolts that go in the spring hangers. So now I see a lot of people, and they go messaging me talking about their front end don't work, and I look at their pictures of the front end and I see this lined up, and when I see this lined up and I see this perfectly in line where it's supposed to be, I instantly know what their problem is.
Because that ain't where it's supposed to be.
That does not go there. I guarantee you that this thing's gonna have to come up, and this is gonna get ate out, and it's not gonna go where it looks like you think it would. What?
Go message.
Oh, I thought you said, oh no.
No, I said go.
I thought we done lost the feed.
No, every now and then I like to say hey to folks as they join.
So get this thing nice and opened up here, get it set down, and get my tools up. Try to get these on there before we go.
Uncle Wes said there's a bunch of sinners on here. I'll bet that you want to come and preach while you build.
Yeah.
We're all sinners.
I'm the biggest sinner of them all.
We all need Jesus.
I'm thankful that I can repent and ask for forgiveness for my sins, and he does away with them and forgets about them.
I'm amazed at the glory that he can forget, something us humans cannot do, and he's willing to show us that grace and that mercy and forgiveness and forget our sins as long as we take it to him.
Listen to Darren out here doing evangelism. She's trying to take my job.
No.
She said she couldn't do it.
No.
I can. I go out. I did it last night with the guys for a men's group, and one of them was like, I can't just like talk to people, and I was like, well, I can. I don't have a problem with it. And sure enough, I ended up talking with the waitress that was there, and inviting her to church.
Does that line, sorry to interrupt, does that line, is that based on the firewall or the cowl? Or are they all, do any of them line up perfectly?
No, none of them. No, I haven't found a firewall or upper cowl yet that line up. So.
Sorry, go ahead about your waitress.
Yeah, she walked by and I said, excuse me, and she walked over to the table and said, yeah, can I help you? And I said, what's your name? And she said, Miranda. And I said, well, I'm Juby, and I would love to invite you to our church. We have a awesome preacher. Our preacher was sitting there, so technically I had to say that. No, I'm just playing. He is an awesome preacher. He's actually been on here before with us.
Pastor dude.
I love him, and he's definitely pastored me and helped change my life and helped me become my walk be greater with God. So these are the tool for loosening your air tools. These are what I use, just a flat piece of metal, 1/8 thick. I stick it underneath here, but I'm gonna get this lined up, get the bolt in.
There's Neil Pickett, hi. He should be getting on his Firebird project soon, he says. Oh, Firebird.
Didn't want to go under there.
The Thunder Chicken.
Thunder Chicken.
Instead of a Firebird.
That's a Thunderbird. I call the Thunder Chicken the Thunderbird. Or the Thunderbird, the Thunder Chicken. Thunder Buddies.
So the Firebird would be like the Flaming Chicken?
The Phoenix.
The Phoenix.
So just gonna snug this down a little bit, and
thank you, Gunner.
I'll get the other one.
We got about 5-6 minutes.
I will show you guys. I guess we'll wait till the next one, and we'll get this set up, and I'll tell you the measurements. I hate to tell the measurements at the very end because people that's watching, that's looking for this measurement are gonna have to wait till the very end to get the measurement. So I'll start the next episode out with the measurements. This is basically the setup. So I like to get the back one because the hole is movable. And if I hook this one into a solid place, it's hard to get this one lined up in the back because that nut floats in there. But when it's right here, I can move it and get this lined up much easier.
Tech tip.
And I just kind of lean these in to the center. And what these do, these are going to, I'm going to end up pulling a measurement from down here up to the top of this. So when we come back next Tuesday, I will get that measurement, and we'll work on getting all this lined up, and we'll work on getting the cowl sides on here.
On a Tuesday.
And we will probably also go over the lower measurement for across the pillars, the inner windshield. So look for us next Tuesday, and we will do the cowl. We'll adjust all this and get it right, get the cowl height correct, and then I will do the windshield opening, the lower measurement. We'll get that spread out, we'll get it clamped, and then we'll start assembling the cowl side onto here and get this thing rocking and rolling so we can get some doors hung and get it locked up, and we can start assembling the back end. I'm not sure. Erin set the camera down last time, but I'm not sure if she can this time.
I'm gonna try it. Nope.
I don't know what there's really no flat spot.
Oh well.
We got the table,
Yeah.
so.
We'll try it right here, boys and girls.
Camera's gonna take a dive. Hopefully not.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm reading the
Okay. Okay.
I'm reading the comments here because I don't ever get to see them. Brian's Red Line Garage. Go give him a follow. Like, share, subscribe. Go-Go's Garage. Somebody asked what weld through primer. You can message Erin and she can get that, or it is the Medallion Etch Weld RS512. Go to Paradise, check out his channel, like and subscribe to his channel. Awesome guy. I get them both mixed up. Mr. Fireman, go to his channel. Great
Roger.
information. Got who?
Mr. Fireman is
Oh
right.
yeah, Roger, Mr. Fireman. Then we got First Generation Garage. That's Louis.
Yeah.
Go there. Lake and Lodge. Scrolling through to make sure I get everybody. VVG John, go check him out. I don't see him on tonight, but I get VVG and First Generation Garage mixed up. But I do know I've seen John and I've seen Louis, and I actually messaged Louis and I don't think he responded, or maybe I missed it, but I was trying to get his or get yours, because you're on here hopefully still, your address, because I want to send you something to help you out, and I just want to give. So if you would send Erin an email with your address, and I want to get you some stuff out. So I appreciate it. There's 30 people on tonight.
Got 29 likes. That's good.
31 people, and so 29 likes. I guess that's great, because odds used to be way off. But like I say, I do have a surprise myself, another blessing that I've never thought that would ever happen, and I ain't sharing it yet. Some may know, some may not, but maybe by next Tuesday might be able to let the cat out of the bag. But like this past month, God has like really blessed me, and
We've had some like super highs and super lows, and I really appreciate the highs because it makes the lows bearable, I guess. And then again, Jibby talking about getting closer with God, that also helps the really low lows to not hurt as bad, and you kind of understand that it's not all about us. It's about Him and His plan, and our plan's not always His.
no, not at all. And I'll be glad when things slow down, because we've been, since her dad's passing, we have been like go, 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 and we haven't really had time to slow down to enjoy life. I thank God every day for life. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go see Him, but I don't think it's my time yet. But once everything slows down, I plan on trying to help out with the channel and do things more and help people more, and also do more stuff. The only way I'm going to be able to do any content that pertains to what you guys are looking for is by going out and blessing people with helping them with their build. My very first one was Mr. Charlie. It's kind of the only one so far, and it was 12 hours away, so
awesome.
It was kind of crazy. But I do know that my next one is Uncle Wes. I'm going to do Uncle Wes's, and I would say that I want to bless him by doing it, and I have asked him to bring me his car and I would do it for him, but he wants to do it himself, and I have asked him to do that, and like I said, it would be a blessing for me to go do that for him, but technically it's not really a blessing because he's already paid me very, very, I don't know.
Uncle Wes is an angel.
Yeah, he's came through in a lot more ways than just payment or on anything. He has helped me. He has been there, and
I want to be more of a giver like Uncle Wes.
He's an awesome guy. He actually, he's about 3.5 hours, I think, from me in Tennessee, and we actually met up last Friday again. But he's came down here several times, and like I said, if doing anything, any kind of work on his car is really just payment back for being such an awesome guy to me and blessing me and Aaron along the way. So it's really just a payback, and hopefully I can do something other special to blessing besides just helping him build his car and get him through it.
He said, "All shucks."
He's really figured it all out on his own. I mean, I guess watching the channel might have helped.
KJ67 said, "Thanks for the great content. That every morning before he goes to work on his '67 Camaro, he watches your videos for help." And then he said, "Between Juby, Fireman, and most recently Paradise, I'm figuring it all out." So see, community, love it.
Yeah, I'm not here to try and bash anybody or knock anybody else's channel. If you got a channel,
you can learn tips from everybody. Even if somebody's doing something absolutely wrong, you can learn something.
You can learn how not to do it. But as far as the guys that's on this channel, all great group of guys, I vouch for them, and I've not seen anything that they've done that I wouldn't do myself. There is a few things that I've tweaked and talked with them about and how to make it easier, and they are very receptive of changing, and so am I. If there's something you guys see that I do, that you do, and it's simpler and you feel like it's simpler, let me know, because I'm open to learn new things. I do this every day, a car a month, and we've had over 700 cars roll through here. And we actually were on the phone this morning with Mark Warman from Graveyard Cars, and we are fixing to start filming another. It's the Phantom 2.
Phantom 2.0.
Phantom Cuda 2.0. So we are doing another Cuda for Graveyard Cars, so that will be a blessing. I don't know if they'll let me get any Jesus in on it, but
he's gonna try, you know.
If I can, I'm going to, because I always said if God gives me a bigger platform, you better believe I'm gonna put the man that made it all possible in there.
And I did make sure that we could wear our own shirts, so we may get one special shirt made for Juby that's got a special hashtag on it to glorify our God.
So hopefully, I'm sure we'll be on the phone with him again before then, and I'll pass it by him and ask him. It's not going to hurt to ask, but I do want everybody to know that Jesus is my Lord and Savior, and I thank him every day. Spend a lot of time on my knees.
Holly Rock said, "Do what God puts on your heart." Enough said.
Holly Rock, I need you to message me because I have a trailer full of stuff. And no, it's not Camaro or car related.
Well, no.
No, it's not. But I need you to send me a message so I'll remember after, because I just took a bunch of pictures and I want to ask you about this stuff. But
thank you, GoGo. I want to mention you. You have also been a huge help with your giving. We greatly, greatly appreciate you. And everybody else that's donated or just shown up and commented, just spent time watching. You guys are the reason we come back Tuesday after Tuesday. We really, really, really love spending time with you guys, the fellowships, the friendships that are forming, and the hearts that God is touching through us and this channel and you guys. It's amazing.
So
I appreciate you all.
Bill Madison said Jesus is always welcome in my garage. Brian.
Amen.
Yes, amen, definitely. I would not be, and I stress it all the time, I would not be able to do the things that I do if it wasn't for him. He's blessed me
immensely.
Way beyond. I cannot even explain how much he has blessed me. And it's all about listening to him and doing what he asks of you. And I know I don't always do it. I fail daily on doing what he asks, but I try to listen, and I try to be aware of the Holy Spirit in me, and I try to do and act on what he tells me. And I'm like, I ask him why I get all these blessings when I fail daily. I mean, it's so hard to sin and then know I sinned and know that it was basically a spit in his face, and then ask for forgiveness, and then go back and do it again, and then have to ask for forgiveness again. It's a hard thing, but I can trust that he does, and he's working on me, and I ask him to work on me more and more on those things, and I want to be more like him. I want to be like the moon, and I want to reflect the sun, and that's what I live my life to do, is to try to reflect the sun and let people see Jesus in me. I'm no different on this YouTube channel than I am in real life when I'm hanging out with you. I don't change my ways. I don't change. I don't go into the church and be somebody that's a Christian holy roller and then walk out and my life completely go a totally different direction. That's not me. I'm the same guy that I am on here in church. I cut up, I talk. I'm going to be me. I'm going to be Juby. That's who Jesus made me to be, and that's all I can say. Some of the guys on here have met me in person, and they can vouch for it. That's just how I am, and I love all you guys. Yeah. I really do, and if I could go out and help every one of you, I would do it. I would spend my life traveling around helping you guys get your dreams and help you with your cars, but I'm not getting paid. I'm not. I still have to survive. Maybe it's in God's plan for me, and it might happen.
He's gonna have to get a rolling bus for my geese and my chickens and my dogs.
Yeah, with the farm, it's gonna be kind of hard to leave unless it's like a weekend, maybe one weekend.
We have a fantastic sitter, but I also miss being around all my animals.
And I can't really leave my best friend behind.
I know. And if I don't get to go, it better be a short trip.
Yeah, so I love her, and I couldn't do life without her. I thank God for putting her in my life. Definitely, look, get a room. But anyways, that's my sermon for tonight. I love you guys.
Unprepared, unscripted. We love you, and we will be back next Tuesday.
Yes, we will. Hopefully, unless I get raptured. That's my new word. Unless I get raptured. And hopefully I see you guys with me going up into the air when he calls us home.
Amen.
So I'll be waving at you. Look, there goes Go-Go. Look, what's up, Paradise? So, love you guys. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Join us next Tuesday live, 6:30. Email Aaron if you have any questions. Email Aaron if you need mid-rocker braces. Email Aaron if you need parts. Whatever your needs are. If you just need to talk about Jesus.
Yeah. If you have prayer requests,
email them into Aaron. Prayer
Even
requests.
if they're silent or unspoken or whatever, and you just want us to pray over you, we can do that.
We also, once we get back to where we have time, we want to do a Bible study on, like, I think we had decided Thursday nights.
Thursday is going to be a good night. I think Thursday nights is going to be a Bible study, so it'll be
me and Aaron in a Bible study live on Thursday nights. So
if there's a specific book in the Bible you might want us to touch on, I don't know, suggestions are welcome.
I'm no theologian or no Billy Graham or no Paul Washer or
No.
Spurgeon. I'm Juby, and I'm going to speak to you on my level and tell you what my heart says. And anyways, we're rambling on again all night. Love you guys.
Have a blessed holiday weekend. Stay safe, but have fun.
Yes.
And pray.
See ya.
Night night.
I never